Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get into your messages. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe. This is a channel for Virgos, so Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Some of the messages may or may not resonate. Take what fits, leave the rest. Personal reading link in the description box below. All right, Virgo. So you're starting with camera, and this is going to be for the time you're listening to this through April. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past, making memories, healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care. You have both, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues, and photograph, looking at your photos. So we're going to look at that photograph with the camera. Okay, Virgo. So let's take a look. Somebody's looking at your pics. Somebody's looking at your photos. Somebody's missing you. Making memories, making new memories, watching you make new memories. Holding on to your photos of memories from before. Reminiscing. Let's take a look. Okay, 2 of Wands. Yeah, somebody's thinking about you. They're definitely in a position of trying to make some kind of a decision, but I feel like there's somebody who's waiting to hear from you or waiting to see what new photos you're gonna take. It's interesting. Somebody drives a Volkswagen, or a Volkswagen. Ace of Wands. My gosh. Oh my goodness. Somebody's feeling very inspired by. So maybe you're a photographer. Or we live in a day and age where everybody's posting photos wherever. It could be on like a photography website. It could be on social media. It could be sharing photos. That kind of energy. Creativeness. Feeling inspired by stuff that you're putting out there. Okay, so when I say looking at your photos, it doesn't mean like if you're putting up selfies. It's just being inspired by pictures that you're taking. Okay. It could mean maybe you're taking photos of yourself. It could. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Wow. Somebody wants you to share them. Keep sharing, I'm hearing. Somebody's saying keep sharing your photos. Somebody wants you to keep sharing your photos. Okay. Keep sharing. Somebody wants to see. Oh, and there is a feeling here of I feel like somebody feels like your photos are representing some kind of change. Okay, they're representing, and this is what they're seeing. They're seeing a change. Somebody's seeing a change in you, or maybe you're on location or relocating, or you're in different places taking photos. Not exactly. Like specifically, I'm not picking up, but I feel like there's somebody kind of watching as you make some type of change in your life. Maybe you're selling images as well, but somebody's like very inspired by what you're doing, or maybe they want to pay you for your work. But there is an energy of they're feeling very inspired by what you're creating or what you're sharing. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, the Chariot. Some kind of movement here. That's Cancer energy there, Virgo. So, yeah, I just kind of feel like that, like there's somebody's watching you post things or put stuff out there, and they're seeing some kind of change in you or some kind of journey that you're on, and they are loving it. I feel like they're really like, they're attracted to your passion, that you're doing something, going off on your own. Maybe you're doing painting, or you're something creative, some kind of creative project it could be. And they're very inspired at your movement and what you're lasering in on, what you're focused on here. I feel like somebody wants a piece of that. That's what I just heard. Somebody wants to be in the light with you. Not exactly sure what that means. It's a very strange phrase. But it's such a positive thing. It's having a positive effect on a particular person. It could be Leo. So much so that they want to hold on to this. And so what does that mean? I feel like they're either going to try to purchase your photos if you have them for sale, or whatever you're creating, your project, or whatever, if you have a project, or they're also, they want to possess them. They want to own these things because it brings them joy, is what I'm hearing. It's bringing them happiness or bringing them joy. It's a very odd message. The Magician, wow. Okay, Gemini energy here. I mean, this could be someone in particular, or just a bunch of people, but I'm feeling like a strong energy of like inspiration. Someone is inspired by the actions that you're taking, and that how you're turning your visions and your plans into reality here. You're like, they see you being very focused and creative in some way. Okay, and it's having a positive effect on this person. Okay, well, what does that mean for you? I mean, if you're doing something where you're trying to make money, it's working. The things that you're putting out there are attracting 1, 2, 10, 100 people. So much so that I do feel like there may be like an offer to buy, if you're selling, to buy. Okay, so that's very positive because it feels like it's very creative. Look, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is kind of feeling like more so along the lines of like a financial thing, creating projects and either selling them or putting them out there or showcasing in some way. The majority of that is what this feels like. Okay. So, I mean, hey, if that's where you are, maybe you're taking pictures of food. I don't know what you're doing specifically. Okay. Only you would know. But whatever you're putting out there, I feel like people want to buy it. Okay. And even if it's just one person in particular, is this someone that you have a romantic connection to? Is this someone that Virgo has a romantic connection to, or they're just so inspired by what Virgo is doing that they're attracted to this? Four of Cups. So there is an emotional connection. But this does kind of feel like if this is a romantic connection, this person's feeling inspired, but they're also feeling disconnected from you as well. I mean, I don't feel like there's jealousy, but there is a little possessiveness here as well. Somebody is kind of like they want what you have. They want to be able to do what you're doing. That's not necessarily jealousy because it does feel like it's inspiring, but I do feel like you're attracting someone here. You're attracting somebody here. Okay. You're giving somebody clarity about who they are, about who you are, by way of actions and things that you're showing. I feel like somebody's kind of like looking and they're learning about you and they're loving it. Like, this McLovin. This is like some kind of McDonald's burger. They're McLovin it. They're loving it. Just loving it. There might be a call. You might receive a phone call from somebody here. Judgment, Scorpio energy. Or some of the other signs. But you might receive some kind of a phone call, whether it's from a romantic person or reconciliation type of call. And the topic might involve what you're doing. I don't know. It's someone feels like an urge or feels inspired to reach out to you, to talk to you about, I don't know, maybe it's just to get conversation going, or is truly interested in something you're creating. You're giving someone, by way of what you're showing, clarity. Okay, so there's your first court card. So it's the Queen of Cups, masculine or feminine energy. This person's along the lines of a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and also Pisces, but they're more in a feminine energy. Okay, they have a very nurturing, healing, empathetic type of energy. So I feel like they're pinpointing this is who this person is. So either they want to buy your stuff, or it's a romantic connection and they're really loving what you're doing, because you're with the Ace of Wands. I feel like it's because you're on your purpose and your passion. Yeah. So, Virgo, that's a little bit of a message there. I'm not specific, like somebody might be making jewelry. Maybe they're, if this is something for their work, where they're showcasing their either their projects or their crafts or their business or their work, meaning. And I don't know, there's some kind of attraction that's here that somebody wants to really just hold on or reach out and just not let go, because they're very, when you connect with someone who's got like an extreme talent, like it's so good, it's nothing you've ever seen before. And people don't forget that, right? They want to get your card, they want to get your number. There's just something so unique about either the way you're showcasing something or what you're showcasing. Okay, and it's inspiring. It's inspiring. So I feel like there's somebody here who, or people or whomever, just loving this about you. So maybe this is something new you're doing. The Ace of Wands is a potential new start to some kind of passion project or something that you're doing or will be doing, could be doing going forward. That is just like, wow. Somebody's just, floored by this. This is just amazing. This is just absolutely amazing. Okay, so I expect to hear from somebody about, I don't know what you're doing. Now, you do have healthy choices. So this could be, like I was saying, maybe there's food. Maybe you're doing something with food, showcasing. Maybe you're a caterer, or you're a chef or a cook, or you're creating things. It doesn't have to be food. She's sitting here with like a barrel of carrots. Doesn't have to be food. It could be anything that's in the realm of mental health, physical health, okay? Emotional health, okay? It's healthy choice. It's things that I do feel like is inspiring a person or people. All right, you're just kind of, whatever you're putting out there is just, you're attracting in it. People might be asking you, well, how do you do this? Maybe it's fitness, whatever it is. Like, how do you do this? How do you get into this? But it's unique. It feels very unique to me. Let's take a look here. Queen of Wands. Wow, you're on your purpose, man. You're on your purpose. You got that Queen of Wands energy. This fiery passion, confidence, being a leader, very courageous with what you're doing. Page of Swords. Yeah, you've done your research, Virgo. So whatever you're putting out here, your stuff. And Virgo's such a perfectionist. I don't think you're going to put out anything sloppy or anything until you've been doing something for a while. You know what you're doing. You have a talent. You have some expertise in whatever this thing is here. You've done your research. You've read the books. You've learned. And that's that Page of Swords. And people are talking about it and talking about you or someone. There may be some text messages or communications about this. It's just very profound. Yeah, it's very, people are very, or someone is very curious, like they're watching. And you've done the research. Could be a fire sign, but you've done your, Leo, Sag, Aries, masculine or feminine. But they're inspired. Usually the fire signs are the ones who go with the inspiration, but you're doing something here. These healthy choices. And you might not even be trying to influence anybody. You might not be trying to, this just might be your passion and you're just like proud of it and you want to share it with others. Okay? And it's having an effect, or it will. So this might just be, you might be right now just like thinking about some concepts or ideas or things that you've been working on and wanting to put them out there. I feel like you're going to get a very positive reception for what you're doing from all across the board. Even people from long ago are going to be like, wow, that's what you're doing? Maybe people you haven't talked to, like coming out of the woodwork. Wow, this is amazing. And that Knight of Pentacles, yeah, that gives me a sense of, you're taking your time here. You've been very patient and working hard on whatever you're doing. And you're not, I don't feel like you're trying, some of you might be putting it out there like to make money, as a reach or networking. Okay, but for others of you, I just feel like you're just like, you know what? I love doing this so much. I mean, if I get paid for it, that's great. The money will come in. Okay. But, I feel like because you are doing your research here, because you're learning so much about this task or this skill, I feel like you're I want to say forging a path. This is such a creative thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's you and it's something new you're doing. And maybe it's been done before, but you put a spin on it. That's what I'm saying. The Queen of Wands is very creative. And I see you in that energy. You're putting some kind of spin on it where you're leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for others to follow. Or at least it will. It's a trend. That's what I'm saying. You're putting out some kind of trend of some sort. Oh my gosh. I love this reading so far. It's really positive for you. It's like a whole new beginning. Wow, Three of Swords. Yeah, and you know what? That's where it's coming from. Some kind of heartbreak or pain. Taking your pain and turning it into purpose and power. I'll tell you, some of the best work comes from the worst pain, doesn't it? Some of the best work comes from the worst pain. No pain, no gain, right? So that I definitely feel like you're on some kind of path here. And you're going to be, if you're not already, attracting suitors and attracting clients and customers and just everybody. I mean, that's just the thing. When you're on your purpose and you're on your passion, you're on your path, and that's about, oh man, that's so attractive when you're doing your thing. And you're not focusing elsewhere, you're not focusing on anything else but what is going to make you healthy and happy. That's just attractive, point blank, period. I mean, it's just the way it is. And if you're not doing that yet, or you're thinking about it, and go for it. Here's the High Priestess here. Okay, yeah, so you got this internal pain here, Virgo. The High Priestess, right? Something that and that's typical of Virgo. Virgo doesn't reveal their inner secrets, things like that. But what they will do is use that internal light that you don't often shine, because High Priestess she's not out there with the big old flashlight. Look at me, okay? But she does take her internal junk and she processes through it. She solves the mysteries. She trusts herself, her intuition, and she uses that as fuel for the fire to progress. And that's what I feel like you're doing here, making healthier choices, reframing things, changing conversations in your head and with other people. Like you're on, like the Emperor's got some new shoes. You're on something here, Virgo. And that's Piscean, sometimes Cancer energy. There's a King of Cups. Yeah, so you're really, there's a whole hell of a lot of intuition. Could also be, again, a water sign being prominent as well as the fire sign. Okay, but you're really tapping into that water energy, Virgo. Water is power. It's electric. It's kinetic. And you are really, I feel like, touching, getting into alignment and in tune with your emotions, and that is bringing you into alignment and in tune with others' feelings and emotions as well. I love it. You're in your flow, Virgo, and you're flowing here beautifully. Because I feel like Virgo, if you've got heartache or, there's a divorce or a breakup or a loss or depression, whatever it is that you've been keeping to yourself, or maybe just keeping minor conversation, like keeping conversations very low key with certain people with whatever you're dealing with. I don't know, that's a fuel for your fire here. And I don't see you, like I said, I feel like you're kind of keeping it to yourself and you're using it. So I don't see you being out in the world and, showing everyone your broken heart. I don't see you doing that. I see you internalizing this and healing it and using it to move forward. Yeah, there you go, the Eight of Swords. Yep. I don't see you playing the victim. You're getting in touch with those restrictions. There's definitely some isolation, but it's almost like maybe some kind of art therapy or something. Whatever you're doing here, like I said, I feel like I keep reiterating it, but I feel like this is the path. Is to, take all those bricks that were thrown at you and build a castle with it. Build a tower. Use them as steps. Build steps. A stairway to heaven. Gather up those stones and use them. Yep, all the grief and the pain. Yep, and I see you doing that. If you're not doing it yet, you will be. And it's going to have a profound effect on the world, not just your locals, but the world. Because it's genuine and it's authentic, whatever you're doing here. It's coming from a genuine, authentic place. It's not you trying to, set a trend for the sake of setting a trend. I don't see you trying to keep up with everybody. It's authentic, unique, and original. Because it's coming from you. It's beautiful, right? And then you got the boat here. Receiving what you need, progression arriving. Moving on. Moving on from needing closure. Let's take a look. Like this is being on your way. This is sailing. Sailing the seven seas. You're like a pirate. Oh, wow. The Lover is beautiful. This is connection. The path to connection. The path to unity. The path to harmony. Making that decision to be love. Gosh, I'll tell you. I feel like even with this Eight of Wands here, I'm telling you, there's a love thing that develops because of this, because of you being on your purpose. Maybe you're out saving the world, maybe you're not. I don't know, some of you, maybe you're just like, you're doing, I don't know, it's unique for all of you, but whatever it is, it's unique for you. That's what I want to say, okay? And so like in terms of like how other people view you, right? This is like, what's Virgo doing? I didn't have that on my bingo card in 2025. Whatever Virgo's doing here, Virgo created herself or himself a free space. Okay? And it's going to be crying bingo real soon. Jackpot. In love and just this whole new beginning in your life. I mean, it's just fascinating. And that 8 of Wands, that's a card you want. Things are going to change really quickly. Cupid's arrows as well. Speed, action, quick change, positive, good news arrives. Somebody might tell you they love you. Oh my God, I'm so in love with you. This, whatever this purpose you're on, it's like, oh, I love it. It's amazing. Very inspired. People appreciate that authenticity, that transparency, that, you know, that talent. It makes you who you are. I mean, some of you might be like, I don't even know my talent. What's my talent? I don't know. I haven't discovered it. And, you know, I always like to say, if you're that Virgo that's like, I have no idea. Talent, it's about what you love to do, or what brings you happiness and what you enjoy. You don't have to be the greatest painter. You don't have to be the greatest musician. But if you love it, then you are the greatest if you're doing what you love. And when you're chasing what you love, always chase what you love, never chase the money, because then you'll forever be chasing it. But when you're going after what you love, you're constantly in that space of harmony. So I always say, think about what was it that you wanted. What did you like when you were a child? What was your thing when you were a child? Not what your parents made you do, you know, but what were you drawn to as a child? What did you like to do the most? What fascinated you? Some people, you know, when they're kids, every kid's got some kind of, you know, you think all kids are the same, but no, every child is unique, and they all have certain things that they just really enjoy, that just appeals to them. So I'm speaking to those of you who are not on your purpose yet, or you're just like, I'm not even sure. It's just because it's buried down deep, and you got to go back and think about, you know, during the summers, what kind of play did you play? What did you love to do? You know, I mean, I could go into so many specifics, but I feel like whatever brought your heart the most joy, maybe you just like to sing, right? Maybe you love to sing, and maybe you never took singing lessons, or you're in a choir or anything when you were a kid, right? But you were always listening to music, you're always singing, you know, it's something like that, you know, that just brings you joy. Maybe you still do it today, but you're like, I can never do that. I'm not a good singer. Well, I mean, you could always become a good singer, right, if you really wanted to. But if it makes you happy, I feel like that's what brings the opportunities to you. You were given that. You have a gift. Everybody has a gift. And we don't compare our gifts, because that's stupid. We don't compare. That's like, you know what I mean? A gift is a gift. And we don't compare our gifts. We don't say, oh, this person's gift is better than mine. Well, maybe you have a gift not like theirs that you just still need to discover. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, right? Another ace for you. You're being promoted here, Virgo. So if you're trying to sell something, you're gonna, or if you're just gonna get offered. I feel like you're gonna get offered opportunity, or income, or a job, or be promoted in some way, or someone wants to invest in whatever you are creating here. Look at that, right? For the world. That's what I'm saying. You're going to touch the world. Maybe it's writing. Some of you, maybe you were great writers when you were a child, but then you got out of it. You know, maybe you're going to start writing. Writing could be novels. It could be anything. You can write films. You can write books. You can write blogs. You can do anything. You can be a journalist, whatever, anything. You know, if you're at that place in life, you know, and it usually happens when people get to be in like their 50s, right? And I think you guys can understand this. Like, now you're in a whole new realm, right? So all that stuff you used to do before, you know, now it's time to start thinking, okay, what am I going to do now? You know, some of you are going to retire. Maybe you're already retired. What am I going to do now? What do I love? It's now time to explore that. Okay, so you've got the world. Completing a goal or some kind of lesson, because like I said, here you were really doing your research, or some of you are going to be researching. But this is a whole new chapter. This is a whole new beginning happening here. You've got some unfinished business from your past that I was saying. You started things that you enjoyed or started to do when you were a kid, and then maybe just got sidetracked with school and all the other stuff. It's time to go back and maybe take some lessons on those things that you enjoyed to do, right? So if you enjoy painting, go take some art lessons and paint. If you enjoy singing, go take some singing lessons. You don't even have to pay anymore. You could just, there's so many tutorials on YouTube and everywhere else. You could be self-taught. Okay, no more delays, right? There's not going to be any more delays. Things are going to start moving quick and fast once you get on your purpose and your passion. I know I was trying to be a love reading, but I want to tell you that you're going to be watched and you're going to be looked at, and you're going to be, not in an egotistical way, but in a way where there's something different about you, and you're going to be attracting. I don't know specifically who you're going to attract. You might attract that person that you dated in high school. They might get back in touch with you or see these new shoes you're wearing and be like, wow. It could be anybody, right? I threw out some signs there, but it could be new people. But it doesn't matter, right? Because when you're in this energy, when you're not looking for love, that's when it comes, right? So, and that's when you attract like-minded souls who are in alignment with your purpose and your passion, right? That's all you got to really worry about. Just be on your game. Be on your purpose. Be on your passion, and watch who shows up. Love will come, I'm telling you, or someone who will be in alignment and in harmony with you. There's the Star. My God, I love it. I think this might be my most favorite card in the tarot. The Star. Healing, renewal. Some of you are going to get famous, or maybe attract somebody, a celebrity. But with the Star here, some kind of miracle. Inner clarity. I mean, just whew. The world and the stars and the planets. I love it. There's definitely, let me take a look at love here. Let me just take a quick look at the romance angels and see what they want to say specifically regarding romance. Getting to know each other. Wow. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That's the thing. You're revealing yourself. You're going to reveal yourself, whoever you are, whatever you do, in whatever way. Your true, transparent self. I see that here. I see even somebody's like, wow, I didn't know that you were into that. I didn't know that you liked that. I didn't know. It's kind of like a ding, whoa, who's this? There's so many layers to people, right? There's so many layers to you. Some of you, I know you're accountants, but there's more to you than that, than business and finances. And this is revealing yourself in a positive light. Even maybe you're creating things that's going to reflect your pain, but whatever. It's a form of art or inspiration or creation, whatever it might be. Okay, it's going to reveal who you are, and it's just is another dimension to you, is another layer to you. Because a lot of Virgos are at arm's length with people. And it takes a lot for Virgo to really let people in. Okay, it's just the way they are, right? Do you agree? Leave me a comment. Put a 1 if you agree, put a 2 if you disagree. But we're all different, right? But when Virgo gets inspired by something, it may take longer for it to come out, but when Virgo does finally reveal who they are, you have to know that that's when Virgo is feeling free and confident and all about the self and the healthy choices, right? Loving the self. So there will be some kind of element here with you and another person where there's these deeper layers being revealed to each other, and someone definitely, maybe there was an unrequited love situation. Attraction or chemistry just kind of dissipated. Okay? dullness. I'm hearing dullness. There was a dullness, but I don't know. I'm seeing some colors in a rainbow here for you, Virgo. Your colors are going to start shining through. Somebody left me a comment the other day and said, don't sing my readings. Hey, guess what? F you. I see your true colors shining through, and that's why I love you. Yeah, I'm telling you. That might actually be something that kind of puts an initial spark back in a relationship as well. Getting to know each other again for some of you. Yeah, there you go. So there is some kind of reconciliation here where two people might feel like it's safe for them to explore getting to know each other, definitely. Some of you releasing the ex and you got somebody new. Opportunity to attract new love. Yeah, I mean, it's not even about that, okay? I know. There's a lot of readings, a lot of people with the clickbaits. A lot of people are like, oh, they want to just talk about the surface shit. Sometimes I just tend to go deep, right? If you want to watch the video, watch it. If you want to click, click. But here's the thing. This is all about you being on your purpose. And that's like the most important part is expression. Your expression of who you are. That's where your uniqueness comes. Not being a carbon copy, cookie cutter, replica of everybody or everybody else out there. Just be yourself. Just be who you are. But to go on that self-discovery if you haven't yet. And figure out who that is. And take it back to your childhood. That's where you should start. Start with your childhood. What did you love? And what things, even as you were growing through your childhood, what things just grabbed your attention? And go with that. I get it. Some of you know, and then you went through life and you went through the motions and those things got put on the back burner. Okay, well, it feels like it's time for some Virgo here to get that going again. Oh, shit. There you go. Passion. Try something you've never done before. So Virgo, yeah, I mean, come on. Or try something you've done before and you quit because you had to, or you had to put it aside. This is all about your purpose and your passion. This is just all about you. I mean, there's other things too here showing up, but this is all about you. What else does Virgo need to know? Time to evolve. Holy smokes. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective that you chose much of this before you incarnated is definitely needed. This releases the victimhood mentality. And I don't feel like you were out there being a victim. Maybe you felt like one, but you're turning that around. When it releases it, it pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. It's time. It's time to evolve. It's time to make your move. It's get on your purpose and your passion. Whatever it is, I don't care. Maybe you just want to sell lipstick. Maybe you just want to paint rocks. And you're going to have a very unique way of doing that. Okay? Maybe you're someone who has worked in the food industry and you decide, you know, you really love architecture. And so maybe go to school, or maybe you just decide, you know what, I really love woodworking. I don't want to do with lettuce and meats and steaks and lobster anymore. I don't want to deal with the food anymore. I want to woodwork. I want to build homes, or I want to, you know, create something. I love woodworking. Maybe that was like a side hobby, you know, passion. It's like time to really start getting into this again. You know, I'm just bringing stuff up that's coming to me. I don't know specifically there's just too many of you, but you know, intuition, wisdom, gifts. Honor your innate abilities to see psychically and trust your gut feelings. Trust your guidance and the vibrations you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses rush in. Look into expanding your gifts by taking classes, diary, meditating, and listening to your inner voice. That's what this is about. Virgo is all about you. That's what this is about. Your gifts. What are your gifts? Some of you already know and you're on it. Awesome. Keep going. Because there's a payout at the end. Everything's just going to fall into place beautifully. Once you get on your purpose and your passion, it always does. It always does. It always does. The universe responds positively when you are in a path of healing and a path of creativity and a path, like, I don't even care what kind of creativity, right? But whatever it is, when you're responding to the gifts that were given to you and you're opening those gifts up, the universe is so happy. They're cheering. You finally took that gift out of the closet. We've been waiting for you. We've been giving this to you, and now you're doing it, and they're going to cheer you on, and they're going to bring the masses, and they're going to bring the people, and they're going to bring maybe someone special, because this is the gift, the blessings, There's nothing better than giving a gift to someone that is right up their alley. And they open up that gift, and then they're so happy to receive that it just fills them with light and joy and energy, and they want to just pursue, because it's a gift about them, right? There's nothing worse than giving someone a gift that it's what they're all about, and they push it away. It's sad. Don't push your gifts away. You will have all the support you need, I'm hearing, to see something through here. And that's divine support, either in the 3D, through people, places, situations, or just the removal of blockages to be on your path. When you're on your purpose and your path, I believe that the obstacles just disappear. When you're on that right path, the road is smooth. When you're opening that gift and utilizing that gift, the road, I'm telling you, because I've lived it, the road is smooth. It just smooths out. When you're not on your right purpose and your right path, it's freaking difficult. It's hard. Go with what you're good at. And that's what you will attract. And it doesn't have to be, it could just be one thing. Maybe you're just really good at organizing things. You could be that Virgo. It's like, you know what? I'm not working in this grocery store anymore. You know what? I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I want to start up a business where I'm creating organizations and shelves and things for, for people, and helping them organize their lives. It could be anything. And turn your side hustle into your purpose. This is what I'm hearing. All right. Just a couple more messages here for you, Virgo. I love this. And some of you, you might get famous. You have a huge potential even for that. If you want that. I would never want that for me, personally. But, there's so many levels of that. Let go. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. Wow, Virgo. I'm telling you. Let go of the old. There's new beginnings on the way here. Take a jump. Take a leap of faith. That's what that star is. Take a leap of faith. Just do it. Oh, you got pets here. Oh. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. There could be a connection to animals. Here, maybe this is your purpose and your passion. Yeah, somebody's going to be reminiscing. There's a past person that's going to be like, wow, and reminiscing about your sexual chemistry. It's going to stir it up. It's going to stir it up, the attraction. Okay? And I don't see you being inauthentic and trying to have somebody, how can I say that? I don't see you trying to purposely impress people or anyone in particular. I feel like you're just like, let me do this. This is what I love. And I feel like that's just going to be the default result from you being on this path, okay? If you're doing anything to try to gain inauthentically, non-organically, try to attract people to you inauthentically, that's going to backfire. That's going to backfire. So if your intention is to impress people, that's going to backfire on you, because people see through, right? And you know, Virgo, because you're a Virgo, people see through inauthenticity and fakeness and, you know, BS. People see through that. So I believe that's a trauma response when we're fawning to gain attention. That's a trauma response. When you're in your core and you're secure with who you are and you're on your purpose and your passion, and it's just because this is the path you're going and it's what makes you happy, that's security. That's healed. So, yeah, I feel like I like this reading. That's all I have to say. I don't know what else to say. I just think that this is a great way to start this reading for you, right? I'm making a judgment call on my own reading, which is it's just, what am I doing? I don't even know. But I like it. I feel like it's positive. Do I want to get more of these? I think no, we're good. It's just about your passion and purpose. Okay. What's next for you? Oh. I just want to say this real quick. I just saw this. Healing heart, healing a heartbreak, healing from a toxic or abusive relationship, or healing some type of an addiction. All right, so this is good. This plays a role for some of you. It plays a role. They're showing me someone that played soccer, or I guess if you're in anywhere else other than America, it's football. But in America, we say soccer, right? I see somebody that played some kind of, they're showing me soccer as a kid. Loved it. Like, was their favorite thing to do. Maybe after school or some kind of sport. All right, so let's say that's what you love to do. But now let's say you're 68 and you can't kick a ball to save your life, right? It's okay. Surround yourself in the arena of that energy. That's all you have to do. If you start going to soccer games, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say here? If you can't beat them, join them, right? So if there's something that you love to do as a child, but maybe physically you can't do that now, okay? Surround yourself, though, in the energy of that thing that you loved. And whether that's being on the sidelines of it or being a part of it in a different way, just immerse yourself in the energy of that thing that you enjoyed when you were a child, when you were growing up. It could be any way. Many rivers lead to the sea. And there's, sometimes we all have restrictions on ourselves when we get older. Whatever, okay? Whatever. Immerse yourself in that field in some way, to be close to it, to be on your passion and your purpose, okay? All right. I'm looking at my stuff and I'm like, what else do I want to pull? What other cards do I need here? But I think what we're going to do is we're going to just continue. All right, you got Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Aries. Okay, significant. All right, September 1st, September 6th, September 3rd, September 7th, September 8th, September 10th, and the 16th. August 31st. Again, you August 31st people. Like, seriously, you're being called out. All right, let me just give you let me give you September 12th, September 4th. I said the 3rd. September 5th. All right, August 28th, 23rd, 27th, 26th. All right, there you go. I wanted to get some of you other Virgos you early. 1978 and 1983. 1967, 1968, 1966, 1962. Or it's your age. Okay. 610, 872, or 278, 836. Okay. 283. Okay, so when I call those numbers, sometimes they're like area codes, digits, apartments, addresses, things like that. You know it'll resonate for you when you hear it. All right. J, I, P, A, B, C, Z. I'm going to switch that up again. Y, G, Gabby, Gabrielle, D, Gonzo, wasn't Gonzo from the Muppets? I seem to recall Gonzo. Okay. PC. Some of you like dabbling with computers or electronics? Could be. Somebody lives by the bay or on the bay. Okay. Peggy. Someone's Year of the Pig. Ziggy. Somebody needs to take some zinc. I'm hearing David. I'm hearing Debbie. Or Deborah. Lacey. Okay. James. Jackie. Jim. Okay. Let's get your charm. All right. Oh, look, here's the lipstick again. And it's pink again. So like I was saying, you know, some of you, this might be like cosmetics or something to do with cosmetics, maybe. All right, so you got a pink lipstick. And you also have a bird. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul lives. That song's been on my mind a lot lately. I don't know. So you have a bird. You know, you guys, did I tell you in one of my last readings, there was a bird was trying to get into my home. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted it on social media, but there was a bird. So it was like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I was visiting and I came home and I came through the back door. But before I went through the back door, I was walking onto the porch and all of a sudden, I thought it was a bat that was like losing its mind. And it was flying under the roof like wild and crazy, like this crazy bird. Just it was like looked like it was in distress or something. And I'm screaming. I'm like, ah! I thought it was a bat, like it was going to get me or something. And then it flew over to the glass door. And so it was dark out and the lights were on inside, so there was no reflection. You only see the reflection if you're on the inside looking out. So there was no reflection, so it wasn't that issue, but it was just flapping its wings like crazy and trying to get into the house. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? What is happening? And it probably was doing this for a good 8, 9, maybe 10 minutes. And I was just recording. I was like, what are you doing? Are you all right? You know, and then eventually it flew away. Now, the last time that happened to me was in 2012. And like everybody, I think I talked about this and somebody said like a bird is a messenger, right? The last time it happened to me, no, maybe it was 2011. It was 2012. And it was in the spring. And I came home and I guess maybe one of my sons left his bedroom window open or something. But I dropped them off at school and I came home and I heard all this noise in my son's bedroom. And I was like, what the heck? And I opened a door, and it was a bird inside the house, and in the bedroom. I guess he's trying to get out. He was like in distress. And I had to call my neighbor to come, and she got the bird out, because I was like such a chicken. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna kill me. I don't know. And the bird got out. But so 13 years later, and I saw this, and so after that first bird thing happened, like my whole life changed in the most profound way for the next 13 years. I'm not even kidding. And I'm not going to go into detail here how. And then this happened again. And I'm like, this must be the end of some kind of cycle. For me, that was the message. It's some kind of the ending of a cycle. And I believe that was the message that I received. And, it could have been my father-in-law who passed away. Maybe he was visiting. Could have been that. But I felt more towards strongly like it was the end of a cycle. And I'm like browsing on YouTube, and some YouTuber put out the end of a 13-year cycle. And I was like, I don't need to listen to that. That's just confirmation. I know exactly what that is. So I don't know exactly what it means, but the end of a cycle. And sometimes you don't know, or you're trying to get out of a cycle, or you don't know what the cycle is, or you don't know when it's going to end. I'm telling you, when it ends, it ends. And you get notice of when it's going to end. And for me, it's the birds. I don't know. They speak to me. They speak to my higher self, these birds. We have an affinity, But anyway, it was the same old situation again. It was crazy. So, I don't know. That resonates for me, but the reading's not for me. You might get a sign or a message from a bird, or there's a message coming in for you. And I feel like, similar to the story I just gave you, there's a message coming in that it's a new day. It's a new cycle is beginning. So take heed, take the warning. All right, Virgo. So, yeah, some of you just might, like, you're ready to fly, right? Or maybe you're just getting on a plane. Who knows? But it's time to fly. There's the song. I've been around for you, been up and down for you, and I just can't seem to get any relief. It's time for me to fly. Yeah, all right. Whoever told me to stop singing, you can just... I'm not the best singer. I don't ever claim... When do I make that claim? I just like what I like, and I'm just going to put it out there. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, there's the door. Anyway, I will see you all back here tomorrow for your weekend reading coming up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, yeah, personal reading. Listen, personal readings are available. If you would like to purchase them, go for it. There's a link in the description box below. But I am going to start doing the Q&As again. All right, and they're going to be $20 readings, right? And some of the pendulum readings, I'm going to do them too, where you donate anything. So I'm just letting you know. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I have to just commit to those. Maybe I'll go back to Saturdays. But anyway, yeah, that's coming back, okay? So thanks for hanging out for all the messages. I'm going to leave it there. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Thanks for being here, everybody, and in the chat. And thanks for leaving all your comments the other day. I read them all. I tried to respond to everybody. But yeah, definitely leave me your comment. What is your... I think we talked about this the other day. What's your hobbies? What's your passions? I feel like it's a whole new... Man, it's a whole new ball game starting. We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of the ninth, and you're about to hit a home run, and in the World Series, Virgo. That's what it is, and you are ready to go, right? You're ready to get that championship. Go for it. See ya. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.